Good morning, guys. Actually, good afternoon, guys. I took a nap because your girl was tired. But hello, welcome. CereizaBallad here with a video for you today. This morning, at early o'clock in the morning, was the 71st live letter for Final Fantasy XIV. And I am here with you guys to go over what they talked about in a orderly fashion. Without further ado, let's get into it. So here's the boys, rested and rejuvenated. So they first got into patch 6.18. If y'all did not see what they've posted on Lodestone and Twitter and whatnot, 6.18 will be July 5th, and it'll be a 24-hour scheduled maintenance. It will include data center travel, an additional data center meteor for Japan, and new worlds for the European data center. And it will also be the replacement of the equipment in the European data center. So they went over that. And then, of course, because the switch over, the season 2 of Crystalline Conflict will begin after the maintenance. And then we got into the patch title, Buried Memory. It's coming late August. I am sad, but I understand. But I need to know what's going on. And then, of course, with that patch is main scenario quests. They gave us screenshots of Sid joining the gang. I know he's excited because he felt some type of way during base MSQ. And we took forever to call him about a spaceship. And then we get to Xenos' avatar. And there's plenty of theories going around about this person. But hopefully we get some sort of insight for that. And they concluded with the MSQ screenshots because, of course, we don't want to show too much. And then we go into side quests coming up. They're going to continue Tataru's Grand Endeavor, which will make people do the Void Arc quest lines. Go do your quest lines. You see those blue lovely quests on your screen when you play the game and you're standing in Limsa at AFK land? Go do your side quests. Thank you. Love you. Go do those so you can have everything unlocked and done so you can do things and not be locked out of content. Players must first complete the Shadow of Mop quest series. So yeah, go do that. Yeah. And then also they will continue the Hildebrand adventures. I didn't start the quest line in Endwalker yet because I like to binge these quests because it's a mess. But there's a slight little tidbit with this. I'm gonna get into it, but they gave us a screenshot of baby girl pointing at us on the moon, Lord. And then they went right into what we'll be doing. Ba-ba-da-da! Hildebrand is going to be a part of the weapon enhancements quests, aka Relic. So yeah, we're getting the legendary Manderville weapons. So yeah, if you haven't done your Manderville Hildebrand quest lines, yeah, go do that. Okay? Go do it. Yeah, do it. Do your quest. And then here's Geralt. Tired. This man is tired of looking at us. Please believe he is. And I don't blame him, but you know, we keep him busy, keep him on his toes. And they also gave us a screenshot of Godbert yet again in his undies. And they said the strongest blacksmith and strongest goldsmith together has to be good, right? Of course. Yes indeed. And they went into the new tribe quests will be the Omnicrons. They're going to be the Gathering tribe quests. So yes, you know, for people that were like, yeah, they're not gonna do anything with them. Okay, yeah, go use them for your gathering. I just want to know what the mount is, because, you know, if you don't know, I collect mounts. I collect minions, I collect mounts. That's why I even do Savage content in the first place. I don't care about glory, whatever, good gear. If the gear cute, that's a plus, but I'm there for the mounts, okay? Mounts. I want to know what the mount looks like. I got to know. They gave us a screenshot of the little cafe area in the last zone. Hopefully when I could just stand there and not be sad. Hopefully the song that plays with them is not depressing sounding, please. And they showed us the new dungeon we'll be getting for MSQ, the Fell Court of Troya. I had to go look up the name because it seemed familiar. I had just recently played Final Fantasy IV all the way through, so that's why I was like, the word sounds very familiar, and it is a kingdom in Final Fantasy IV. There's some screenshots of a dungeon. I'm assuming we start down here and work our way outside to this mess, whatever that may be. But it looks like the area that Xenos' avatar was spawned into in the first part of the MSQ for the patch 6.1. So yeah, that. And then of course a new trial will come with this, and they can't tell us that because of course spoilers. Yeah, you know, but you know, just late August, bro. And then we'll be getting the second part of Pandemonium, Abyssos. Just rolls off the tongue. But compared to the last 9 years of this game's existence, as far as like from ARR forward, they will be postponing the release of Savage for 1 week. They're trying this out as like that to test the waters, to see how it will change the race to world first or whatever, to give maybe it's to give people more time to get their gear, so they're not like just losing their mind, especially if like your rolls are garbage. Oh man. And they're like pushing the release of Savage by 1 week. There are both requests asking for this and against it, so they would like to make this a test run. Whether or not the next Savage will also be moved by 1 week will be considered based on the results of this test run as a player feedback. So this is why I like this game. This is why I've played this game for so long. It's because they're very transparent with us. And so they gave us a screenshot of one of the floors, and it looks like some spider BS might be in here. So for those who have arachnophobia, I'm sorry, that looks like spider web. They announced the new Unreal. I was hoping it would be Ramu, but we're skipping that entirely. We're going straight to freaking Sephiroth. Sephiroth, man, bruh. When this was current, people were dying. I'm fine with this. This is great. I missed this fight. The music's great. If you have not done this fight, you're in for a like, if you haven't done it when it was current, you're in for a doozy, because I'm pretty sure all you motherfuckers have skipped all these goddamn mechanics now. You don't even know. Hell, I had to like touch bases like, bro, what was the mechanic with the damage soak near the edge of the arena? I can't remember, but I'm sure when I see it, it will click back in my brain, because that's what happened with Titan. I did Titan on Extreme when it was current, and I thought I forgot how to do it, but when the Unreal came out, boy, I was cha-cha sliding left and right, smooth as butter. It was great. And then of course they're doing job adjustments for PvE and PvP. They're delaying the job adjustments for Astro and Dragoon that they announced because it was too much going on with it. The intentions behind the job adjustments will be explained. See, they're very transparent with us. They let us know what is going on. They don't keep us in the dark. They want to explain why they're doing this. And then they will also be talking about the adjustments to crits and direct hit. Crit and direct hit adjustments. Planning adjustments for instances in which buffs, debuffs, and attributes related to the critical direct hit do not result in expected benefits. So further details will come in part 2 of the live letter. And then PvP update, the series 2 will begin for PvP. Season 3 of Crystalline Conflict will begin, and then Rival Wings will return. And then they went into continued improvements to main scenario quests. It will add duty support to Snowcloak, Keeper of the Lake, Psalm All, the Airy, and the Vault. Yay! Heaven's Word Sadness. And then they showed a picture of the babies. Look at the baby Giselle, little Alphino boy. I wanted to pop Alphino in AR, but he got so much better. Heaven's Word Forward. That wake up call was something for this child. Let me tell you that. And then the standing with his lips. They talked about the greatest thing ever. Do you hear me? The greatest thing ever. They are making the Steps of Faith a solo quest battle. Thank goodness. Let's give a round of applause. Because I'm tired. I was tired of getting this in Trials Roulette. Let me tell you that. I was tired. I don't want to see this big ass dragon. I just don't even fight the dragon. I just run up to whenever we get to the checkpoint, we can run up the tower. I just take my ass to that tower and wait to hit the button, and then I throw a little dot on the dragon, and it'd be dead. I'd just be so bored. Ew. And then they're revamping Thorn March because apparently it's hard. I'm not gonna act like when it was current that people didn't die. People still die, but it was all about deducing, like, it was a process of elimination. That's what Thorn March was about. Process of elimination. For some reason, some people have they are very adverse to dying a bunch of times while playing a video game. And I'm like, if you die, did you figure out why you died? If you're not able to deduce why you died, of course you're gonna get frustrated, and of course you're gonna want to throw the controller or whatever. But Thorn March was basically that kind of fight. You need to figure out what is killing you. What is the problem? Oh, we're dying really badly to a meteor. You are level 50 by this point. What class uses meteor? Black Mage. Kill the Black Mage. Bet. Black Mage is gone. We're hitting the Moogles, but their health keeps going back up. Oh, what does that? Oh, a healer. Oh, look, that one has a White Mage cane. Maybe we should kill it. Process of elimination. And then they introduced new battle content called Variant Dungeons. This will come out in 6.25. The content has variable difficulty. It was previously introduced as Criterion Dungeons. Level 90 casual play for 1 to 4 players. 4-player party when matched. No role restrictions. Job changes are permitted. Enemy strength is determined by the party size. Route of progression branches based on player action. These are not the new deep dungeons. These are completely separate. And the first dungeon will actually take place in Ul'dah. The first dungeon is called the Sildine Subterrane. Explore the depths along a certain someone. Experience a different story depending on your chosen path. So we'll be running around with an NPC that we apparently know in said dungeon. Depending on the route progression, the story will be different. If you want to enjoy the whole story, you will have to rerun the dungeon a couple times. And then they gave us a screenshot of what the dungeon looks like. It kind of reminds me of Karn. like another temple for the Sunken Temple card. And then they said that there's another thing that they wanted to show, and it's another path, Criterion Dungeons. So this is essentially the equivalent of a hard mode or extreme version of that dungeon. It is level 90 high difficulty challenge for 4-player parties. Parties must comprise of 1 tank, 1 healer, and 2 DPS. Visually similar to variant dungeons, but overall structure, enemy strength are entirely different. Route is predetermined and no NPC is accompanying you. And then they go on to say that they will introduce a even harder version of that dungeon in a savage version with another Sylvan subterranean. Parties of fewer than 4 supplemented via matching. Normal methods of resurrection are prohibited, but each player is granted a limited number of revival actions. And then defeated enemies do not revive after a party KO. Notice this bit right here. But in the Savage version, you have to have a preformed party of 4. There's no matching for it. All methods of resurrection are prohibited. All defeated enemies revive after party KO. And then the enemies become much stronger if you don't defeat them within a certain time limit. Sounds like fun. So yeah, that stuff. And then we get into the bread, butter, cornbread, greens, chicken, turkey necks, all the good stuff, the island sanctuary. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting for forever. Babies. So, Island Sanctuary will allow you to build your own personal island. Enjoy new casual solo gameplay where you gather materials, care for creatures, build facilities, craft items, and more. You do not need experience as a disciple of land or hand, so you don't need your crafters or your gatherers for this to enjoy this content. They showed a screenshot of how big the island is, but they only showed a section. They kind of blurred out the rest of it. And there's a small teeny dot on that island, and they said that dot is actually a row. Yeah, very, very big island. So yeah, and everyone gets their own island for free. Island Sanctuary activities will entail gathering materials from nature. The materials are island specific and take up a separate inventory space. Craft tools from gathered materials. Tools help harvest new resources more effectively. And then Island Sanctuary will allow you to grow crops, plant and cultivate seeds on your island. These are different from the estate crops that you would get for housing. Collect and care for various creatures. Keep an eye out for rare coloring and unique critters. We get shiny Pokemon in here. It's a wrap. And then you can build a base of operations, customize its appearance, and unlock further tools for development. And you can release your minions. Your favorite minions may wander freely within your base. My babies. Like I said, I collect minions. This is a wrap. It's a wrap for me. I'm clocking out. I'm retired. Create handicrafts. Assemble collected material into handicrafts and export them. Try to align exports with market demand for the best possible results. Handicrafts will be sold for island-specific currency, not gil. Gameplay is not affected by other players' actions. And then they go on to talk about, earning rewards, exchange accumulated island currency for special items. And then you're able to socialize with your friends. You can invite visitors or travel to islands of friends and free company members. So you can go and see other people's stuff, see what they did. Yoshi P said, we think of this as a rather comfy and casual content. We don't expect players to go ham on the island development, sir. You don't understand, okay? From a young age, I lived, ate, breathed Harvest Moon, okay? I loved that game. My first Harvest Moon game set the bar for me of what I like to play on my personal time. And this, you have the audacity to add this kind of stuff to Final Fantasy XIV and not expect me to go ham. What do you take me for? Some heathen? Flying will be unlocked at some point, but mount speeds are pretty high. He said, he also said that no, you don't have to worry about 8th occurrence when flying will be implemented. The chat asked them if NPCs can come visit, but Yoshi P said, if you have feedback like that, please let us know and we will gather ideas for future updates. So please, just let me bring my boys. All my... let me shut up. During the initial process, you will develop the bare minimum on the island, but everything after is completely up to you. He says it's not like Minecraft, it's still Final Fantasy XIV, and he said of course there's going to be weather changes, but it's usually sunny. And then they went on to talk about how they're doing, they're going to officially release the adventure plate, but they're also going to rework them to make them work just more along the lines of your gear sets. They showed the old way and it was kind of confusing for some people, especially with the whole, like, when you switch classes and it would mess up your instant portrait whenever you would go in PvP and it just like blank default stuff. So they're changing it to fit more so that whenever you do change, it is assigned to whatever you have queued up as. All the portraits you've created in the beta version will be lost after official release, so keep that in mind. And they go further in and show more screenshots of how they're going to show how the different menus. They said adventure plate portraits and search comments may be edited from the adventure plate interface. Portraits may be updated to reflect current equipment, but players may also choose to edit only camera setting, motions, etc. They also go on to say that gear set lists will be displayed in the portrait interface, allowing players to create a corresponding portrait for each set, so that's good. And then they go on to say instant portraits used during will be used during the Domain Mahjong. There will be new poses added, new decorative features added. Features for copying pose camera settings for portraits will be added as well. And then another thing they're going to add are, of course, new tombstones. They're going to be called Elegant Tombstones of Casualty. There will also be new high item level crafted gear, yay. Ability to request repairs from other players in both inside and outside of duties. I will charge you people money. Don't ask me. And they will also be showing a combo sequence display in the action list, so they shared a screenshot of what that will look like. They also give us the option to switch the view from the standard and branching view. So if you don't want to see the new way and you're just used to the old way, which I'll probably just keep it the old way, you can see how that shows in your combos. And rare materials will be added to ethereal reductions performed by miners, botanists, and fishers. Materials not used in crafting battle related items. And then we are getting 400 more space in the glamour dresser. Cause they added the new Mog Station streetwear outfit, and I can't. I can't buy it because I ain't got no space. No. No. We're getting 800 slots. It's great. Yoshi P said, but I know you guys will complain in 3 months and say this is not enough. And I'm like, you knowing your kids. Not you knowing exactly what they're going to do. And then another update they're going to do is adjustments to the order of certain Return to Ivalice quests. So they're going to be changing how some of those quests work. And that is all they really talked about for Live Letter. Part 2, they didn't announce when Part 2 is going to happen, but I'm going to assume it's going to be like mid-July, since either mid or late July, since or early August, one of those, since we're not going to be getting the patch till late August. But yeah, let me know what you're most excited for down in the comments below. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!